Hey everybody, this is a quick tutorial on how I'm using this new Chrome extension called TScraper to pull data in off of Pro Football Focus. But you could do this with any website that's a table that doesn't copy and paste the way you want to. So like this is Pro Football Focus's player grades, and I'm pulling in, the way it used to work, I would pull in just grab the table data, Control C, copy it, go to Excel, and Control V and paste it in, and it would paste it across here, just like the table you saw on the website. Pro Football Focus and other websites have changed this now so that their table is dynamically pulling from the database. It's not in code like the same way, so we have to do something different. So I was struggling with this until I found an extension called TScraper. So let's pull up that extension. So just Google TScraper extension for Chrome. So you're going to go to, let's see, TScraper. Well, let's just go here to the Google store and we'll search for it here. So click on this top link. This one's called Scraper. I don't know this one. I haven't used this one. So I'm going to search, click extensions and search for TScraper HTML. There it is. So I'm going to look for this one and I'm going to add it to my Chrome. Just click this button that says add to Chrome, add extension, and now it's available in Chrome. Okay. So now when I have that data that I want, I'm going to select everything. I'm going to say Control A to select all, Control C to copy it. Then I'm going to use this little tool here. It looks like a puzzle piece. That'll list your extensions, and I'm going to select the TScraper HTML table download. Okay, so you need to know how many tables you have or how many columns you have in your table. I've counted them. There's 25 columns here. So now it's broken it up into 25 columns, but it has the data from all the different data on the website. We want to start with the number 1, which is the first linebacker. Let's see. So there, Fred Warner is the first linebacker. So we go down here, find Fred Warner. Okay, you need to select the column that the number 1 is in and hit enter. What we're trying to do is move that Fred Warner line down to a new line. So it's the start of a row. So just keep hitting enter. And as you see, we're moving it further and further and further down. You don't have to do this for every single row, but you'll have to do it for a few of them. Because most of them, once you do this, now we get him on line 1. Okay, so there's Fred Warner, line 1. Once you start doing this, you'll see that it lines up a bunch of people at once. But here's Denzel Perryman. He needs to be moved over, selecting the 2 and move him down. And the reason why this is because not every single linebacker has their combine, 40-yard dash times or their draft position. So now we've got the first 3. Let's go find number 4, Eric Kendricks. Move him over. Then we got to do number 5, which is Levante David. Find the 5 in front of his name. And all I'm doing is clicking in the column, either the same column or the column before, and moving it till it's the start of a new line. That's the only way to do this. So it's kind of a pain in the butt, but it's kind of nice when it's done. So, once you get the hang of it, you don't really have to scroll back over every time because you know what you're looking for. Here's 8. Here's 9. Ten is Darius Leonard. 11 is Colt Holcomb. 12 is Malcolm Smith. So you just have to keep doing this as you're working your way down, position by position. And I did the offense already, so I'm doing the defense now. I picked the linebackers. So here, let's go over here. So you can just check it. See, some of them, we did Malcolm Smith and Sione Takitaki, but then LJ Fort was already fine. Like I said, it depends on if they're missing data in certain columns. The offensive guys, it was a lot easier. I wouldn't say a lot easier, but you get like this and you get like 4 or 5 of them in a row once you got one guy lined up. Then you'd have to do the fifth one. This one's looking like every single one is kind of off. They're all missing their combine times. So there's 18. Hang in there, guys. We only have like 80 more to go. There's Nick Kwiatkowski, TJ Edwards, and sometimes you'll have 2 that are the same number. They've tied in their overall scores. So you might have 2 that are 22, and then the next one's 24. Jayon Brown, Robert Spillane, PJ Goodson, Alexander. See, there's 2 24s. Alexander Johnson and PJ Goodson. So you go back over here. It goes 22, 23, 24, 24. So the next number we're looking for is not 25, it'll be 26. So kind of a pain in the butt, but better than not being able to do it at all. That first thing was the nightmare. You'd never be able to, might as well just enter the data by hand if you were looking at the way it copies everything into one single column. Almost there. So if I could, I would pause it and finish this up, but guess what? You can just fast forward the video because I've got to do them all in order. You might want to hang around because there could be some weird stuff in here. You never know. If you do it too many times, you have to here, let's do it on purpose here. So like Nick Vigil, we'll put an extra enter here. Look what happened. He got pushed over a little bit. Just click in that column and hit the delete button and it'll pull it back. That's one thing that you might run into. All right, 34, Troy Reader. 35, Isaiah Simmons. 36, Trey Greenlaw. So, like I said, just something that you have to work through till you get everybody on their own new line with all the data that you need. Okay, so we got, you can see, counting the down numbers, we have the data's looking good. They're in the right columns. So we left off on 39. Let's go find 40. 41. 241. So that means these two guys were tied. The next one would be 43. So kind of a pain in the butt. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. Yeah, I actually can count to 100. So if you had a side bet with somebody that I couldn't count that high, you lose. Kind of tedious and monotonous work. There probably is a better way to do this, but this is working for me. And you can get a position done in about 10 minutes. This video is going to be about 10 minutes long, maybe 15 minutes, since I had to adjust so many of these. I'm telling you, for like the offensive guards, I do this maybe 10 times total. I know I didn't do that many times for the quarterbacks. Avery Williams sighting. Avery Williamson sighting. And if you get lost, like here, I just got a little lost. Just go over to the left, see where you left off. See, I did too many spaces there. So Kazir White's all fixed up. And Leighton Vander Esch, now he'll be back in order shortly. Okay, so believe it or not, we're almost there. Kind of has a tendency to move up and down a little bit more than I like. But they're all the 60s. There's 3 guys tied for 60. Vander Esch, Hitchens, and Vince Williams. Working towards the bottom, so we're couple of 66ers. And 69. 69. Joe Thomas on the block at SSFA if you're interested in trading for him. Almost there. So again, if you get lost, we're right here. AJ Klein. Nathan Gary. Danny Trevathan. Christian Kirksey. All right, guys, we're almost there. I don't think there's very many more of these. Missing a lot of data on this particular one. I think there's like 87. Monotonous, tedious, labor intensive. '86, '87, '88. Two more. So there's 90. Again, if you do too much, just go to the blank spot you want to get rid of and click it. So now everything's done. So you're going to download by clicking the download button. And down here, you'll see at the bottom of the screen, it's created one called TScraper with today's date. So let's open that up. Okay, we want to get rid of, you can do what you want with it now, but I like to get rid of these top two lines. And then I'll get rid of this too. We'll put in the real column names here in a second. Get rid of these guys. Okay, so I'm going to move it into my Pro Football Focus Ratings spreadsheet. And we'll put it at the end. Get rid of this one. Okay, so this is going to be called linebackers. Okay, so I have a nice little formatted thing here. Also, before I also like to do this, I use these for my VLOOKUP tables. So I put in last name first, and it has a little pattern recognizer, so it'll do the rest for you. You just have to watch the people with initials and like, you know, somebody the third. It'll do something different with them, or junior. Okay, so everything looks like here. Here's Jamie Collins, senior. You can always check to see how we have it on the SSFA spreadsheet. So we just have Jamie Collins. Ed tracks it as Jamie Collins, so we want to get rid of this other stuff. Delete it. Collins, Jamie. And this is kind of problematic. Aziz Al-Shair. Al-Shair Aziz. See, it's like pattern recognizing and it's changing things. Kevin Pierre Lewis. It looks like it picked up just about everybody right. Yeah. Jimmy Collins. This is not right. Kyle Van Noy. Cindy Van Noy. Kyle. And these guys with the we don't want that. So let's just, we'll fix those manually in a second. It's just a couple of them. Davis, Keith, Eric, that looks right. Okay, so the initial guys are right. The only guys that are messed up are these guys. I just don't know how to turn off that pattern recognition. Let's see, how do we do it here? So he has the initial in there. Who was the other guy with the initial, the tick in his name? Devondre Campbell. Okay, so I think everybody's good now. Okay, again, that's just for my little thing that I do when I put the ratings in the spreadsheet. So I'm going to move this over here as the column header. Okay, so they're a little bit different for defensive players. This is the format I came up with the offensive players. So let's just fix these. This is still the overall. This is run defense. This is pass rush. I don't like that. I want to. Okay, then we got pass rush, defense, overall, run defense, pass rush, coverage. Okay, so we got overall. Then we have the snaps right away. So these two are gone. Oh no, we can't do it like that. We just got to get rid of the headers. Shift them left. So we got snaps. Then the snaps are broken down by run, T snaps, pass, rush snaps, coverage snaps. I color coded them in green for the snaps, so you'll know that how that's taken. And then coverage snaps. Then we have age. So these two are gone too. And that's everything. So this will be the defensive format. So basically that's it. So you have, I have to do this for all the other, oh no, there's one more step. Because not everybody has their speed listed. I'm going to sort this by speed. Everybody who doesn't have a speed will have their college here. So we'll go down here and just insert a space to the right. And this guy is all messed up. What's wrong with him? So he needs to go back one over here. Okay. All right. So that is it. And of course, we can go back and sort it again by rank. All right, so that's your tutorial on how to use TScraper. I only have 6 positions left, I think. See, let's count them. So I've got to do cornerbacks, safeties, interior defenders, edge defenders. That's 4. Kickers and punters. Do we really need those? Might as well. So 6. All right, guys, that's it. And I'm going to shut the video down.